Action! So, what's up everybody? So we just got the new toys that are in our shop, and we've got Roger who brought them through, and so we want to kind of understand that, okay, EOS R, where does it fit into the market? We got C300 Mark II all the way to Canon 650D. Where does this fit into the market?
Okay, well this is a brand new foray for Canon going into the full-frame mirrorless market. Now, we've already had mirrorless up until now with the crop sensor, small, super compact cameras with a variety of lenses. But full frame is what the market's been demanding. So we've done quite a few crop sensor cameras, like you mentioned, the 650D. And then we've obviously got our full frame traditional SLRs, like the 6D2, 5D3, 5D4, etc. And then we have the movie cameras, which are a totally different animal altogether. Having said that, people have been looking for a nice, intermediate kind of camera that gives them full frame kind of quality for stills, but also small, light and compact, great for travel, but then also delivers pretty damn good quality for film.
Yes.
And this is where the EOS R comes in, because it kind of bridges the gap between not quite as powerful or as huge as that, easily as functional as this, but in a much smaller, lighter package.
Brilliant. And then I see there's also now a new sensor, a different sensor to what we had before.
Yeah, it comes from the 5D family. It's not the same sensor as the 5D, but we've basically taken the 5D4 sensor and we've modified it. New micro lenses, because the flange back is so different now on the mirrorless system versus a traditional mirrored system. The lens fitting is now totally different. Brand new RF mount. The sensor itself had to be different. So there's a new micro lens array and new dual pixel autofocus sensors on it.
Cool. And then you brought a 51.2.
The 51.2,
comparing it to the
it's quite a big difference, yeah. So this is the new RF bayonet. It's a lot bigger physically in terms of the bayonet itself, but what it essentially means that we can do, because the flange back is now so much smaller, traditionally having to bend light through a bayonet to reach the corners 40 millimeters deep on the old sort of traditional type size mirrored body, meant the lens itself was quite huge on that back element. And that essentially led to a whole bunch of aberrations and critical things. So lenses were quite difficult to make exceptionally high quality. The new RF bayonet allows us a lot more freedom in terms of making the lenses. In some cases, like the 24105, if you compare this to the old 24105, it's smaller, yet it's heavier. Because there's a whole bunch of new optics in there. And again, this is going back to the premise that a new lens mount, new system, requires a totally different build, totally different design. And it means that we can get really, really, really good quality quite straight, in quite a small body. Okay,
and then one more thing, the workflow, because we're going to be getting it into various editing systems, be it for photo or video, is there a massive difference?
Well, from a photo perspective, it's a standard RAW file. It's a new CR3 RAW file, which gives you slightly more compact RAW files, yet with no big difference in terms of quality. You will have to wait for the new editors from Photoshop, etc., Lightroom, etc. But we're including at launch the new Digital Photo Professional, which means you can open and export straight up. From a video perspective, it shoots full HD in MP4, 4K also in MP4, a very, very nice high bitrate 4K at about 480 megabits. The biggest negative that people have been knocking left, right, and centre is the crop on the 4K. And the biggest thing about crop on the 4K means wide angle becomes quite difficult. So, which is why I've brought this rig in particular to show you, which is the standard EOS R with the adapter that comes standard with it, which is the EF lens adapter, which incidentally also takes the EFS mount. So this is the EFS 10 to 18. In 4K crop mode, that's essentially a 1635. Being able to get both of us in the shot from here is completely utterly feasible, and as you can see, quite a lightweight package. So the vloggers are going to absolutely love that. And again, most important thing is in 4K with the dual pixel autofocus, so you're getting face tracking, you're getting all the benefits of crisp focus. It's got an STM motor, and it's got an image stabilizer, small, light, cheap. What an absolute pleasure. So your 4K crop becomes a non-issue.
Lovely.
Cool.
Well, thanks for bringing the toys over. We're going to get to play.
Absolutely. You guys got first hands on, so it's really, really cool.
Thank you.
As always, thanks for having us. It's been really good. Cheers, both.